I shot probably 40–50% of the film myself. So what was great is that it allowed me to get right inside there with the actors and to get an intimacy going with them. So it was me, the camera, them, and something hopefully more immediate and intimate could happen.
Stay tuned after the film. Director Jonathan Nossiter talks about the use of digital video in making signs and wonders.
There's a sense of claustrophobia in Signs and Wonders that comes out of my feeling about Athens, that comes out of my feeling about Stellan Skarsgård's character's relationship to Athens and his relationship to other people. And it's something that I discovered organically during location scouting. I didn't know how I was going to shoot the film. I would go out every day for about 8 months with a video camera, either on my own or with an assistant or with some of the crew, and just sort of sniff around with the camera and look at a location. And gradually the city started to talk back to me. What the city started to throw back to me is that it is so chaotic, so intense, so horrific to live day to day in the horror of Athens. I started to sort of hide behind stuff when I would look, to actually look dead on at a person in the middle of Athens, way too aggressive. But looking at these hundreds of hours over the course of 8 months, I started to see a pattern coming out of it. So I responded to that pattern, and that's really where that sense of compression and that sense of sort of masking comes out of. It was really organic. It's not some sort of highfalutin, intellectual, rational thing. It's really just sort of from the eye and from the gut. The atmosphere of Signs and Wonders is an atmosphere of psychological and emotional spiraling downwards. The music was built with Adrian Utley, who's from the group Portishead. And he wasn't interested in a sort of classic film score. He was interested in collaborating and figuring out a way to use music and sound as another texture in the film. And the idea was to do a kind of vast sort of mosaic of sound where you can't tell what is sound design, what is music, what is effect, what is actual direct recorded sound. The idea was to create this sort of dense network. Shooting in digital as opposed to shooting in film for an actor, I think, has a good side and a bad side. The good side is the cost is infinitesimally smaller than with film, where you have a pressure. I loved being able to go, okay, let's keep the camera rolling, and then give Stellan and Charlotte a minute to catch their breath, to feel something through, or we could even talk while the camera was still rolling, but without breaking the thing that was just us. So I think that brings the audience in deeper into the relationship with the actor. Also, because the camera is lighter, I shot probably 40–50% of the film myself. So what was great is that it allowed me to get right inside there with the actors and to get an intimacy going with them. So it was me, the camera, them, and something hopefully more immediate and intimate could happen. That's all the good side of shooting in digital. The bad side is that there's a kind of dullness that can happen, precisely because there isn't that terrible pressure of the cost of 35mm that even on a Hollywood film, they feel. It makes people be much more alive because they know, damn it, they better get it right then. So we had to figure out little tricks to get each other back into that sort of pressure. Stellan also, about 3 weeks into the shoot, he said, I never thought after 50 films I would say, but I want a break. He put his arms around my throat one day and he said, Jonathan, stop shooting all the time.